I'm going to talk about linear measure today. More specifically, line segment measurements. Measuring line segments. Okay, so unlike a line, a line segment or segment can be measured because it has endpoints. And in example 1 and 2, you're just going to be measuring segments, but they're going to give you the measuring device. So example 1A. Looks something like this. We're measuring, or we've got centimeters here. This is your ruler. And then you're given a segment. See, they've done all the work for you. They put the ruler up to the segment, they lined it up, they did everything. They ask you to find the length of AB using each ruler. So look, here's your symbol for segment. This right here would be segment AB. It doesn't have the arrows on the ends of the symbol. If it had the arrows on the ends of the symbol, it would be line AB. So segment AB is equal to, and in this case, since there's not a lot of detail on the ruler itself, then you're estimating, right? Who wants to estimate the length of segment AB? Yes? 3.8 centimeters, right? Everybody all right with that? Very good, very good. In example B, there's a lot of detail in the ruler, right? So your estimation can be more precise. Example 2 up on the top of the next page. Got inches now. Is that a what? Right there? Yeah. No, that's inches. That's an I and an N. And again, you're measuring, in this case, you're measuring segment CD. So segment CD is equal to, between the 1 inch and the 2 inches, there's 4 units, isn't there? So what's the length of each unit? A quarter, right? It's just like money. There's 4 quarters in a dollar. If there's 4 units between 1 and 2, then they're all worth 25 cents. So how far would it be from C to D in inches? Be 1 1/4, wouldn't it? 1 1/4 inches. Anybody have a question about measuring a segment when the ruler's sitting next to the segment? All right, I would just pay attention to your unit of measure each time. Okay, key concept on page 15. We're going to say that if M is between P and Q, and the points are collinear. What does collinear mean again? On the same line. If M is between P and Q and the points are collinear, then PM plus MQ equals PQ. So that in text may not make a whole lot of sense. So let's draw a picture of it. Let's draw a picture of M between P and Q and collinear. So if they're collinear, they're on the same line, so we can draw a line. M is between P and Q. So let's put P and Q on this line segment and put M in between it. So there's M. So does that drawing represent the if-then statement? M's between P and Q, isn't it? Are they collinear? Yeah. Good. So let's call P to M, or look at this. This is the red piece, isn't it? There's your P to M. Plus M to Q, blue piece. Right here, M to Q. So doesn't the red piece plus the blue piece, isn't that going to equal the entire segment? Right there, P to Q. Does everybody see that? The two smaller pieces added together equal the entire piece. Let's do it with subtraction. PQ minus P to M. What's that going to be equal to? P to Q, PQ minus the red piece. Yes, sir? M to Q, very good. PQ, the entire piece, minus MQ. What's that going to be equal to? PM, that's all that's left, right? P to M. So you see how the theorem works, or the concept betweenness of points works with addition and subtraction. All right, so what you're going to be doing today is applying this concept. So if you've got the segment that's in example 3 on the bottom of 15, and it looks something like you've got a line, but on your line there's some points. Let's go E, F, and G. And 2 3/4. Let's go 2 1/5. This is where that TI-30XA comes in very handy, and the fraction button. We're trying to find the length of segment EG. Segment EG is equal to, remember, we're going to call this the fraction button on your calculator. It's down in the bottom left. So it's 2, fraction button 3, fraction button 4, plus 2, fraction button 1, fraction button 5.
4 and 19/20.
And that's 4 19/20. That's just letting the calculator do all the work. Everybody get 4 19/20? Very good, very good. Let's take a look at it again. You don't have to write this. Just watch and calculate. Let's say we got a line and there's some pieces on that line, A, B, and C. And we know this. And we're asked to find segment BC. A little louder. 3.9. Anybody not understand how to do that? That's the entire piece minus one of the smaller pieces gives you the other smaller piece. Okay? So everybody all right using subtraction and addition to find segment lengths? Example 5. Now they're going to add some expressions. And example 5, let's see, X, Y, and Z. You got X, Y, and Z on the same line. X to Z. The entire segment. 5a minus 4. X to Y is 3a, and Y to Z is 14. You're asked to find the value of A. Now, given this information, in your assignment today, you're going to be given it textually. You're not going to get the picture. If we had to write a description of this picture, could we start off by saying Y is between X and Z? Y is between X and Z. X to Y is equal to 3a. Y to Z is equal to, and X to Z is equal to 5a minus 4. Find the value of A. That's how you'll be given the question. This is a picture of that description. So your setup would be a small piece plus a small piece equals the entire piece. So 3a plus 4 is equal to 3a plus 14 is equal to 5a minus 4. Question? So now you have an equation with variables on both sides. So subtract 3a. (14) equals 2a minus 4. Add 4 to each side. So 18 equals 2a. And then divide by 2. So the value of a is equal to 9. If the value of a is equal to 9, how far is it from x to y? 27, good. And how far is it from x to z? 41, right? Because 5 times 9 is 45, minus 4 is 41. And plus your 27 plus your 14 equals the big piece, which is 41. Any questions? Your assignment for today is on page 18 and 19. Oh, where'd it go? Page 18 and 19, problems 1. That's not your assignment. That's not your assignment. I take that back. I don't know what's going on here. Your assignment for today is on page 18 and 19. (12 through 19) and 21 through 26. Remember that part of your assignment is to check the odd problems in the back. Check your odd answers. It's also your responsibility to check headline every day. Check headline for homework.